So how did you balance being a mom and a pro athlete? Were you scared? Were you excited? Were you not sure? At that point, you've only had one year as a professional athlete, but already accomplished so much.
Honestly, I just remember announcing I was pregnant and everybody being like, how could you do this? Like, I remember that feeling.
As in, like, they were upset with you?
Like, they were upset. Like, how could you come off winning Rookie of the Year and MVP and then now you're pregnant? And it was like, it was weird. I don't know. It was like, and nobody was going to dim my light because I was so excited to have a child and to be pregnant. And I had already set and circled on my calendar when the schedule came out, what game I wanted to come back. I stayed in shape throughout my pregnancy. I hit it pretty well until like February. And then it was like, all right, there's no way I'm just fat in my gut. Like people are starting to know this. But honestly, it was just kind of one of those things where it's like, I didn't really know any different. It's always been her and I. And that first year, I mean, that's why I always tell her, I'm like, there's one of you, because it was difficult. It's hard. It was, nursing at halftime, on the road, bus rides, traveling to Russia, airports. Her first steps were in Phoenix. It's just, she crawled in Istanbul. Like, it's just been like, it was difficult, but we made it work. And she honestly, and I say this, she is the easiest kid. Just the greatest disposition, happy about everything. You can give her a box and she'll play for 2 hours. Like, she entertains herself. Like, she honestly, like, the universe knew what I needed, because it was just, that's how it's been. And so we just kind of balance.
Yeah. So she
things.
traveled with you everywhere.
So I nursed until she was 14 months.
Okay.
And she wouldn't take a bottle. So she went everywhere. I went, literally. I could not be away from her for more than like 2-3 hours. And it's funny because she only would act up during the playoffs. So
no way.
Yeah, she would go crazy during, like, she knew, I don't even know how she knew, but she would just decide to like cut a tooth or have a fever or something during the playoffs.
Do you think she could feel the pressure?
I feel like she felt it and she knew I needed something to take my mind off it, maybe. But
do you feel like that's been a thing where, I feel like I've a lot of mothers who are still playing talk about how, they play a game and win or lose, they turn around, their child's right there and they realize what life is really about, regardless of what happens on the court, on the field, that sort of thing. Is that something that you felt quickly in becoming a mother?
I was one of those people. I hated to lose, like, to the point where it was like I would stay up at night and like I would not be able to sleep and have an attitude. And like when our season would even, and this is even when she was little, and it got to the point where I remember one year we lost in the playoffs and we had been a number 2 seed and we were supposed to win and it was all this and all that. And we lost on another second shot. And I came home and my best friend always, she's like the one that brings like the chips and like the movies and comes over and like we lay in bed all day and like watch movies and are sad. And Lailaa came in and was like, "Mom, you're in bed still?" And I was like, I can't do this. Like, this is, there's more to life than this. And so it kind of shifted. Like when she was like 3 or 4, it got to the point where it was like, there's more to life than just basketball. And obviously she changed that when she was born and she came first 100%. But just like the win-loss thing, like you do what you do, you go out there. As a parent, I'm saying these things to my kid, but if I don't do them, then she's not gonna know that that's what you're supposed to do. She's watching what I do, not what I say.
For sure.
And so that's kind of when the switch, when she kind of knew what was going on and could verbalize. And I was like, it's not really what I'm teaching you. So I'm going to have to start doing it.
She gets you in bed all day with chips and ice cream and be like, "Nah, Mom, you can't be doing that. We can't act that way after a loss." Oh, that's great.
Like, you're eating ice cream at 9 a.m. What is going on?
A little bit of guilt.